Hello, welcome to another video. It's a little bit unstructured, the beginning of this one. Whoa, including that. You get down in the corner over there. Thank you very much. Right, I blame the editors. Bit unstructured this one, in that I'm out for a wild camp, but the plan was to come with my brother. And we were just going to have a bit of a chill and bite to eat, no videoing, just to, we haven't really seen much of each other recently, but he's unfortunately got held up and can't make it, so I've decided to video it. But because originally I wasn't videoing it, and I know people like to see the setup of a camp, I came earlier on in the day and set up, so I've got with me my outhouse swag, which doesn't weigh very much, but cracky, it's bulky. And in that I've got a Rab 900, the Ascent 900 sleeping bag with my 4 Clouds pillow from Decathlon. I've put, it comes with an integrated mattress, the swag, but I've put an outhouse wool blanket between the sleeping bag and that mattress, just for a bit of extra protection, because it's currently -3 degrees Celsius, which is that Fahrenheit. And the forecast tonight is to get to -8 to -10, and for this part of the country, North Yorkshire, it's going to be the coldest day of the year yet, so I picked a belter. The sky's absolutely clear, and a little bit of snow forecast for tomorrow morning, which would be nice to wake up to. So yeah, I've dug a fire pit, I've got all the wood ready, I've processed that, got all my sort of cooking pots all ready as well, but I will make a fire now. I've dug a fire pit. It is permission woodland that I'm in, so dug a sort of a small fire pit, which once it's all burnt out in the morning, I'll be able to fill in and there'll be virtually no trace, which is really important. And I've got some nice things to cook, so fingers crossed, and before my bare hand freezes holding up this GoPro to talk to you, I'll get on with things. I thought I might as well make a fire using a bit of this lovely natural tinder material. My friend Steve gave me a lovely hamper, metal Christmas hamper. I forget what goodies were in it because they weren't important. What was important, it was absolutely jam-packed with this stuff, which is perfect for a fire using a flint and steel and charcoal. So that's what I'm going to give a go. There's my flint, bit of steel, and I've got some charcoal in there. I can put a bit of this in the fire pit that I've made, because they're probably going to have to be fairly quick, because I think this stuff goes up pretty well. And there's a bit of charcoal, and just sort of sandwich it on a bit of flint, and all you need to get is one spark. Let's just check this bit of flint first of all. I've got a nice edge on it. That should do it. So just need one spark to pop onto this charcoal here. There we are. All you need. See that? I'm trying to hold. Yeah, you got it in the dark bit there. So what I'll do, and there's no dire rush, just bury it in this bit of very dry kindling here, and I'll have to be quick. Shove it on that fire to my right as soon as it takes. See in there? I can see in there there's a there we are. Whoa. In it goes. Quickly with the camera, Richard. Boom. Not having a fire in the morning, but I'm going to use this MSR stove here for some hot water, but going to be so cold, I'm just going to put a hand warmer in down the side of the gas bottle. I mean, it's not going to get overly hot to be dangerous, but that just keeps a little bit of heat around that gas bottle so that it works in the morning, because I don't know what gas mix this is, because I've got a feeling it's the slightly higher temperature, well, that requires a higher ambient temperature to work properly. So I'm just going to keep that gas canister slightly warm. Yorkshire tea. Well, that fire's going really well now. My friend Peter, he's chopped up all sorts of different types of wood for me. Some softwoods to get it going, and then some hardwood, some cherry, some oak in there to get some really good coals going for cooking and keeping warm. I hope this camera doesn't seem to be shaking too much, because yeah, hands are getting a little bit chilly now. I do have gloves, but I've been having to do various bits about camp, so it's I need the dexterity. I've got my little lamp up now, so that gives me a little bit of mood lighting for the camp. And once I've got this fire properly established, I'll get on with some cooking. And what I have here is 2 ostrich steaks, and they're from Aldi, and they're ostrich sous vide, S-O-U-S-V-I-D-E. And what that means is that they've been basically sealed like this and then put in a water bath. I can't remember the temperature, and they're maintained at whatever temperature you'd have for a kind of a medium rare steak, and I think that's about 75-80 centigrade, and they're just held at that so that they kind of cook through, but there's no real charring or searing. So when they're finished, you need to actually put them in a frying pan and give them a couple of minutes on each side, A, to heat them through if they've been allowed obviously to cool like this, and B, to give that nice sort of charring on the edges. So I think I did a video on this, so I'll put that up in the top right hand corner, where I cooked a steak, and it was absolutely delicious. So there you go, Aldi ostrich steaks. So on here, all I've got at the moment is 2 cups, which I think is about 16 fluid ounces. I can't remember how many millilitres, but 2 cups of water on for the boil, and that's for some mashed potato, Idaho mashed potato, which I'll show you in a bit. That water boiled a lot quicker than I thought, so I'm just going to get these steaks on. There we go. And we just need 2 or 3 minutes each side, and then they say leave them to rest. So one. Here I've got some Potts caramelised onion gravy with HP sauce. I'm just going to open that and put that at the side of the fire. Oops. In this billy here, I'm just going to put a nice chunk of butter. And on top of that I've got some loads of spinach, and I've put some salt and pepper on that. And I know it seemed a lot, but well, it was going to be enough for 2. You pack that down, and what you do is you put the top on, seal it quite firmly, allow that butter to melt, and it kind of pressure cooks it, even the bits from the ground. Pressure cooks it, and every so often you just give it a little shake, and it will wilt down, and it'll be absolutely delicious. That's there. Oh, well, they're cooked. I'm just going to put them to that area there, just to let them rest a bit. And then I'll reboil this water here, which didn't take long at all. Idaho mash, which is buttery home style mashed potatoes, family size, which was going to be for me and my brother, so I'm just going to kind of judge half of this because I've only put half the liquid in. But I've always liked these. If you're going to have powdered mash, I think there's only one make. About half. Thank you Sally and Di for my lovely spoon. Look at that, made out of olive, all the way from Greece. Right, take that off the heat. And finally, the spinach. I need my gloves for this bit. And there's the train in the background. Using it as a bit of a pressure cooker. And every so often just going, a good shake. So cold. I just want everything to stay warm whilst I'm doing each part of the process. Nice warm plate as well, look at that, everything on. I've had to come around this side but because of the smoke, but here we are. There is the spinach. That's wilted down nicely. Time to plate up. Mashed potato, any of that, wilted buttered spinach, one of my favourites. And it's good for you. Not sure about all the butter, but who cares. And excuse fingers. A couple of rather delicious ostrich steaks. Nicely warming by the coals. On the gravy goes. And there you have it, ostrich steaks, spinach, mashed potato and caramelised onion gravy. Right, let's have a look. Can you see that all right? And here we go. Just wow, that gravy. That is just delicious. That punch of the HP sauce gravy. Delicious ostrich. Don't think I've ever had it before, but quite beefy. Just sort of a dark, deep beef flavour. That gravy is just something else. Well, the can's ruined now, but I'll give you a flashback to what the gravy actually was. So I'd get some. I got it in Tesco. Absolutely delicious. And the spinach. Superb. Well, I miss my brother not being here, but thank you for donating your ostrich steak to me. Ostrich. God, that was good. Right, as usual, no more scoffing sounds. Get this eaten, bit of a tidy up, chat with you in a bit. I'm going to eat off my knife, look at that. I don't know if you can get that, but that's the inside of my cup. That's a minute after measuring out a cupful of water into my billy can. That's how cold it is. Well, cheers. Well, fire's lovely and warm now. Built it up and got some feeling back in my hands. I'm not going to do a go to bed, film it, get the camera, and then have to, you know, retrieve the camera, etc, etc. I'll just say goodnight now, because it's only coming up to 9 o'clock, but it's pretty cold out here, and I think I'll just get nice and cozy in bed, listen to a couple of podcasts, and but for now I'll just finish this hot chocolate, and I think it'll probably be a quick getaway in the morning. I don't think I'm going to be doing much about breakfast, but we'll see how we go. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Well, that didn't quite go to plan, I'm afraid. Can't win them all. I got a phone call midway through the evening, sort of about an hour after I finished my meal, I had to attend a family matter, and it took priority over spending the night out. I was looking forward to it, as a bit of a challenge because it was pretty cold, but these things happen, so sorry to disappoint. I'll try and make sure I stay out all night next time. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Obviously family comes first. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed what was supposed to be a camping video. I hope you enjoyed the rest of it, and I very much look forward to seeing you again.